Let me paint the picture for you. In Irvine, federal agents and hazmat teams are back at a teenager's home chemistry lab. Officials say there's no immediate danger, but the investigation is active again. I'm Garrett.
I'm Leah.
Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day, with Leah and Garrett from Irvine, California. All right, let's kick this off. FBI and hazmat teams returned to check out a home chemistry lab run by an Irvine teen named Malvin Fritz. Hazmat just means hazardous materials specialists, the folks in protective gear who make sure things are safe. The FBI and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, that's the EPA, are involved. As of now, officials say there's no immediate danger to the neighborhood. Here's the key context. This is the second round of checks this year. The first was back in February. The return visit followed neighbor reports on July 7th and was still ongoing by July 9th. Fritz recently graduated from UC Irvine with a biological sciences degree, and his at-home research focuses on molecular structures. Think of that as the building blocks that could become future medicines. Authorities have said the materials are legal and no criminal charges have been filed.
That's where I feel two things at once. One, safety first, always. Two, this is a young scientist who might be onto something meaningful. His attorney even called him a mini Einstein. And his stated aim is big, exploring potential treatments for diseases like cancer and Parkinson's. It's careful, early-stage science, but the goal matters. Can I ask a simple why here? If the materials are legal and there's no immediate danger, why come back months later?
Totally fair question. Follow-ups can happen when new tips arrive or when agencies want to re-verify storage and safety. Think ventilation, labeling, and disposal. It's less about stopping science and more about confirming safe practices in a residential setting. That balance can feel tense, but it's part of how regulators work.
Okay, that tracks. Keeping it real, I hope the process is transparent and supportive. If everything stays legal and safe, mentorship and lab access could help channel that talent into a proper facility without losing momentum. Next up, Rivian's stock fell sharply after the company said it plans to sell 75 million new shares. Rivian is the electric vehicle maker based here in Irvine. A share sale means creating new slices of ownership to raise cash. They're looking to bring in roughly $1.5 billion to meet obligations under a U.S. Department of Energy loan agreement. The sale is led by Goldman Sachs, which is a large global investment bank. The stock dropped more than 14% on July 7th after the announcement. That was Rivian's biggest one-day or intraday fall since November 2024. Intraday just means during a single trading day. Here's the twist. Lately, Rivian's been showing stronger vehicle deliveries and buzz around its R2 line of SUVs. They even increased full-year delivery guidance, which is their official forecast. Also, Volkswagen Group is Rivian's largest shareholder, and those strategic partnerships have unlocked major funding streams.
Yeah, that checks out. Markets often react this way to new share sales because existing owners get diluted. Each slice of the pie gets a bit smaller. But raising capital to support growth and a doughy-backed plan can be a sign of long-term resilience. They're basically converting recent stock momentum into cash to build the next phase, short-term pain, possible long-term gain.
Why do companies pick a moment when their stock is up to sell more shares?
Because they can raise the same cash while giving up fewer shares. Think of it like selling furniture you built when demand is high. You get a better price, and you keep more of your original stake. For Rivian, it also lines up with the timing of that loan contribution need. All right, let's roll on. Moving from markets to something more local. The OC Fair Express is rolling weekends, and it's a wallet-friendly move. It's $2 per adult, and kids 18 and under ride free. Buses run every half hour on Saturdays and Sundays from 6 pickup spots: Anaheim, Fullerton, Huntington Beach, Irvine, Laguna Hills, and Santa Ana. You can park free at the pickup locations, and the bus drops you right at the Yellow Gate entrance. Minimal walking, maximum churro time. You can pay with a Wave card, which is Ada's tap-to-pay transit card, use the mobile app, or bring exact cash. Most buses are air-conditioned, and some have Wi-Fi, so the ride's easy. Also, fewer cars at the fairgrounds means less traffic stress for everyone.
I love this. It's affordable, it trims the parking hunt, and it's family-friendly since kids ride free. And being dropped at the yellow gate is such a win. You save your steps for the exhibits and the giant Ferris wheel. That's a thread worth pulling on every summer. Switching gears just a little, Irvine has launched a $42 million expansion at the William Willett Jr. Aquatic Center. The plan includes a new Olympic-sized competition pool, a splash pad for kids 2 to 12 years old, covered bleachers for shade, and utility upgrades to support it all. Construction is underway now, with completion targeted for spring 2028. There's also a Ninja Cross obstacle course coming in. Think of it as a floating over-the-water challenge track you can climb and swing across. The backstory here: the city's Learn to Swim program already serves over 10,000 children a year, so the added capacity helps meet demand and strengthens water safety. And with the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics on the horizon, upgraded facilities could help attract national or even international events.
That's pretty cool, right? More lanes for local swim teams, more space for lessons, and a legit venue for big meets. From a city planning angle, this is how you build for both community use now and spotlight moments later. I'm down for that. Before we go, circling back to Amalvin Fritz's at-home lab, authorities say the materials were legally obtained and there are no criminal charges. Fritz is a recent UC Irvine grad in biological sciences, focusing on molecular work that could inform future pharmaceuticals, early steps that might someday help develop medicine. He's been described by his attorney as a mini Einstein, and his big picture goals include diseases like cancer and Parkinson's.
Here's where it gets really interesting. We need a balance between caution and encouragement. Safety checks matter. Neighbors deserve peace of mind. At the same time, young innovators or prodigies, which just means people with exceptional early talent, benefit from guidance and access to proper lab settings. If this stays within the law and best practices, mentorship could turn a home setup into a pathway that helps more people faster. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us in Irvine today.
Have a great day. Stay safe on the roads, and we'll catch you tomorrow with more local updates.